the beginning of this week, the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Aquarius, it's going to be like, oh my God. Everything, I mean everything, and I mean everything is going to start making sense. The beginning of this week is bringing you one of the biggest victories of your entire life. It's to do with a massive, massive victory. It's to do with a big achievement. It is to do with a big success. You are gonna feel so happy. You are gonna feel so happy. And you know what? You know what? This victory, this situation, it's not so much about huge victory, it's not so much about huge success, it's not so much about huge recognition, but it's more about you fully realizing and understanding that every single aspect of your life that was so difficult over the last 2 years you've been through, you will realize that every difficult thing you've been through and all your struggles you've been through, and I know it's been hard, especially over the last 2 years, you are going to realize that all this was worth it. All this was worth it. This is gonna make you feel so good. I mean, that feeling in itself, it's going to elevate you so beautifully, you know, because at that moment in time, you are also going to be able to relax. You're gonna be able to relax. There is, oh my God, you know, it's like the beginning of a whole new life here, you know, because it is to do with those things that have been affecting you so much over the last 2 years. And I know it hasn't been easy for you. I know it was very difficult. So that's why this is going to elevate you so much, my gorgeous Aquamarini. So it's a massive victory, big success, and a big achievement, okay? Because you will realize that it's not only about victory, success, and achievement. Yes, it's to do with that. But what is really gonna make you feel so ecstatic, it's the fact that everything you've been through, it's now going to start to make sense. Everything you've been through, it's now, it looks like it was worth it. So this in itself, it's, oh my God, gonna make you feel so good. And you will know that on one hand, your life is about to become very busy, but this busyness you will love. This busyness is going to transform your life. This busyness is also the beginning of your personal transition, of your personal evolution after everything you've been through. And the fact that also there is this specific person in your life, you know, who is going to come forward, and that particular person is going to you're gonna have a positive experience with this person who hasn't been good, with this person who was very selfish so far, with this person who was very greedy, with this person who only thinks about money and materialistic things. This person, like, is kind of so obsessed with money because maybe in their past or the way they've been brought up, you know, they had it easy in a certain way and they didn't have to go through struggle that normal people have to go through, especially when it comes to finances and financial side of things. So I'm talking about specific people who had everything always served on their plate. Do you know who am I talking about? This person is somebody who is in your life. This person is your family member. This person is directly connected to you. And this person is one of the main people who have been causing problems to you for so long. Very selfish person, very money-orientated person, and is the type of a spirit who is never going to be able to evolve. And I know I said this before, I know, but it's this type of spirit who is never going to be able to evolve from from this, that this type of spirits are always going to stay the same. Confusing, I know, but it's just sometimes to do with like a specific spiritual journeys of the certain souls and spirits that came on this earth, you know, and it's just, that's their role. That's their role to fulfill. So people like this are never going to change whatsoever. But it's difficult because it is to do with somebody who is very much so directly connected to you, like your family member. And on top of that, you know how that this person is horrible sometimes. And this person is really, really greedy. This person is so greedy and so horrible and so money orientated that I'm not being funny. If something negative happens to you, like this person wouldn't even battle their eyelid. This person wouldn't even wouldn't even move their little finger. I know it sounds really horrible, and you haven't done anything bad. It's to do with this person, and it's to do with this karma. But because you're so intelligent and you're so smart, you knew this. You were aware of all this that I'm saying now. You know that these people are never gonna change. You've seen their face, like really bad face. You've only came to see their face like maybe within the last few years. Within the last 4 or 5 years, you clearly started to see what's behind that mask, you know, that pretty little mask. What's behind is like worms, you know what I mean? And you knew this, you started to realize this, and it shocked you. It really shocked you to start with. But then as the time went by, you just got used to it. My gorgeous Aquamarini, you just got used to it literally. So it's not about that person changing. It's not about that person now becoming the most beautiful person and the most gorgeous person, but in terms of their personality. No, baby, no. This little bastardo is never going to change whatsoever, and you know this, okay? But what is going to happen with this person is that it is going to be very positive experience with this person. Very positive experience, and I like this because you can literally expect the unexpected, and you're gonna agree to disagree, but the outcome is gonna be brilliant. The outcome is going to be brilliant because there is gonna be an important agreement in between you two, and you are gonna realize that you will need to kind of sacrifice something. But because this experience was actually positive, this person is going to have a different approach to what this person normally have. And you're going to be like, oh my God, you're nice. What's wrong? What's going on? Is it going to be like snowing outside or something? Is it going to be a tornado? Do you know what I mean? No, but it's because it is going to be positive experience. It's going to be conversation, an important conversation in between you and that particular person. And you're going to be blown away because this experience is going to be really positive. And you will realize that you are the end, like kind of conversation, the end bits of these conversations are gonna be along those lines where you will realize that you need to sacrifice something here. But that in itself is not gonna worry you, bother you whatsoever, because there is something else which is gonna be coming in its place. So something else is gonna be offered to you. So it's like something very interesting and very good and very surprising and rather mind-blowing, it's actually going to be offered to you from this person, through this person. And you're going to feel a connection with this little bastard after a long time. You'll feel like, oh my God, you're talking, you have like, you're going to feel like it's going to be like almost, it's going to be like almost like a normal conversation. And you're going to be really like, wow, what is going on here? But most so, something is going to be an important conversation in between you and that person. And you have to be open-minded, you know. Even horrible people can be nice sometimes. Even horrible people can be nice sometimes. So you must be open-minded when you become aware of this. Because there is going to be a very intense conversation in between you and that person. And this is going to be positive experience. Because it's going to feel really good. And you will know that there is nothing you need to worry about this. You will know that this person is being completely honest, because I repeat, we are talking about a little bastard here. You know, sometimes this person is a pretty much so like a very bad, you know, but you will know that at this point, this person is being really honest, because what happened what happened like about a few weeks earlier, that person got worried about something really specific that you are going to do. And because that person got really scared and worried about something really specific that you're going to do, my gorgeous Aquamarine, this is the direct result of that. So you had to be sharp, you had to be smart, and you have to be clever. I'm not saying that you threaten to this person, but what you say that you're going to do, this person saw as some kind of a threat, and they didn't like it. And you realize at the end of all that, that they actually really appreciate you, and they know what your powers are. They know how powerful you are, and they appreciate you because you're very smart, you're very intelligent and very clever, and they know this. Trust me, and you will know this. This is going to be obvious to you. So something very good is going to be offered to you, and that in itself is going to make you feel good, baby, because it's to do with something that you actually wanted. So you will be able to carry on from here onwards with your life in general. So this in itself is going to require from you to make some kind of a sacrifice with something specific this person is going to ask you. But that sacrifice is nothing in compared to what is actually going to be offered to you with everything else that you have found yourself dealing with. This in itself, it's going to be like a big, massive, giant bomb, which is going to be dropped on your life immediately and change absolutely everything after this moment in time. You are going to become extremely determined, and you're also going to become very confident about the whole thing and very confident about your success, because there is a certain wise choice that you made not that long ago. Certain wise choice that you made. This is to do with your independence. This is to do with your liberation. This is to do with you being a free spirit. Not that long ago, you already made a wise choice. So this is all kind of leading towards you realizing, oh my God, I really made the right choice. I really made the right choice. So that's why, sorry, that's why, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you are going to become so confident about your success here, which is absolutely brilliant. And then after that moment in time, not that long after that moment in time, something very unexpected is going to happen. Something very unexpected is going to happen. And when I say something very unexpected, you know it's going to happen along those lines where you're spontaneously going to need to go somewhere. You're going to need to go somewhere, but it's going to happen so spontaneously. Everything is going to be so spontaneous in that whole day, and something really unusual is going to happen after that moment in time, maybe day or two. Spontaneous day, oh my God, one of the most spontaneous days of your life, and you are going to end up somewhere completely unplanned. And then, you know, it's this really good situation which is going to take place, and there is going to be another confirmation which you're going to have that you made the right choice, because something is going to be obvious to you when it comes to that unexpected situation, but you will be able to like pretty much so connect to everything that happened to you, and it's bringing a huge confirmation, massive confirmation, which is going to put your mind to rest. Absolutely brilliant. And it's also you're also going to become aware of that there is something that's missing. There is something that's missing that you're not doing, something that you didn't pay attention to as well. It's going to be revealed. Okay, so you're going to become fully aware of what you need to become fully aware of connected to this particular situation. Absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Aquamarini. All I can say to you that you must not worry too much. Now you just keep on putting yourself as a number one and keep going. From this moment onwards, everything is going to become easier and easier and easier for you. Everything is going to become much more lighter, and your life in general is going to become so much more positive. Okay, this is the beginning of a very special journey where you are about to discover something very specific about yourself, very specific about a certain skill, and that's going to happen at around the beginning of this week. You are going to be praised for something. Someone is going to praise you for something, and it's to do which is going to highlight your skill, which is going to highlight your skill. This particular skill, no matter how mad or how crazy this may seem to you, this particular skill is just something additional on a side that you need to bring into your journey right now, like literally immediately. No matter how crazy or how silly or how bizarre this may sound, this is imminent for you to understand, okay? Because you are going to become aware of a certain skill. Someone is going to be praising you for it, okay? Certain skill, somebody is really going to be praising you for it, my gorgeous aquamarini, and you need to kind of understand that you need to really pretty much so somehow find a space in your heart, find your space in, I suppose, in your heart, yeah, but find your space in your life for it, because in as little as about 33 days exactly, in as little as 33 days after that moment in time, you know, it's gonna be another unexpected situation, but really beautiful situation where you are gonna become aware of a very, very interesting opportunity. And this interesting opportunity is gonna grow into one of the biggest stages of your entire life. Okay, but it's going to be connected to this. So one thing is going to lead into another. And because you have got a number 33 here connected to it, which is rather sacred, it also means that this is actually going to bring one of the highest achievements into your life, but it's not going to be obvious. And to start with, it's going to come in a form of something tiny or something little. I mean, just pay attention and see where this is actually going to take you. And also, my gorgeous aquamarini, right at the beginning of this week, listen to me very carefully. Do not ignore the need for rest. And I've seen this before, and I know it sounds really corny and really annoying. Oh, don't ignore need for rest. You know, don't ignore the need for rest. So crazy. You know what I mean by saying this? You just need one day not to do anything, just one day. That's what I think that you should do spiritually and energetically. At around the beginning of this week, if you can find a time to not to do anything one day, lie down, chill out, sit down, watch TV, do nothing for one day. It's so important for you to mentally prepare to what's coming. And you're gonna mentally prepare because you are gonna become aware of like there are hidden things that are about to emerge at the beginning of this week. There is no other way of putting this. So there are certain hidden things which are gonna emerge at the beginning of this week. When I say hidden things, I'm talking about some kind of secrets. I'm talking about some kind of lies. I'm talking about some kind of deception you're going to become aware of, which is naturally going to confuse you. So that's why to not to ignore need for rest, you know, for the rest is just so important, because you are going to be more prepared to what's come. What you're going to become aware of, this deception, which is going to confuse you. And this in itself, of course, it's to do with a certain person. It is not this particular person whom I started this reading about. This is a different person here. I'm sorry, but it's true. But you know, it's important. It's life. Don't worry too much about something a little bit negative here when I told you that one thing follows another. When something big happens, you make a really big jump in your life on your spiritual journey, then other things follow. And especially those things that have come to an end of your karma, to an end of your spiritual journey. So this is your sign, an indication what exactly this is, my gorgeous aquamarini. And so as soon as you become aware of this deception that is going to confuse you, hidden things are about to emerge when it comes to one specific person, but it's not this person here, okay? You are really going to have a wise advice by somebody who's very strong-minded, by somebody who's really weird, by somebody who's really bizarre, by somebody who's a little bit strange, by somebody who lots of people don't understand, by somebody who lots of people don't get, by somebody who doesn't like spending too much time around people, by somebody somebody who's extremely spiritual. So that's why that person is finding it difficult to spend time around people all the time, because this person is ridiculously, absolutely ridiculously spiritual. So this type of person feels all sorts of vibes and vibrations normal people don't feel. So I'm talking about somebody super psychic here, and you know what, my gorgeous aquamarine, I'm keep on seeing this a really wonderful, very special, a little psychic person in your life. Somebody's constantly giving you little advices, somebody's constantly like kind of guiding you, and somebody's constantly kind of understanding you and your situation. But on top of all that, that particular person is ridiculously spiritual and ridiculously psychic, and you know this. Very quirky, very different, very unusual. This person doesn't normally spend a lot of time with people, but this person kind of always hold on to like few people in their lives who mean to them so much, for example. Anyway, so that particular person is gonna give you a very wise advice, which is going to give so much clarity on what exactly you should do with that particular situation. You know it's coming from someone amazing, and you know that this advice is going to be ridiculously wise, okay? And also, my gorgeous aquamarini, after that moment in time, you know, you are going to realize, you're going to be reminded of this idea which you've had before. You're going to be reminded of this idea which you've had before. Okay, so this idea which you've had before, it's like, you know, so first of all, you're going to get this wise advice, and then after that, you're going to just suddenly, just randomly, you're going to be reminded of this idea which you've had before. Suddenly, some kind of idea, you're going to be reminded, and this particular idea, it's, sorry, one more thing. No, it's okay. One more thing. It's okay. Doesn't matter. I'm losing my plot. No, I'm joking. So you are gonna kind of, you're gonna be reminded of this idea which you've had before. Just suddenly, just randomly, this idea, it's gonna come to you. And this idea, it's gonna make your spirit to rise, and you're gonna get a very strong and positive vibes when it comes to this idea, which you're suddenly gonna be kind of remembered. And you're also gonna remember that you couldn't like kind of do anything about this particular idea, which you're gonna randomly you're gonna remember this. You couldn't do anything about this idea before, because you were going through something really negative, really negative, you know. And because at the time when you had this idea originally, you will remember all this, you had a fear of change, because you were refusing to let something go. You were refusing to let something go, and that caused like some kind of a fear of change that prevented you to kind of take this idea seriously in the first place. So this in itself is a really kind of gonna make you aware of the fact that now you're actually having a variety of options when it comes to that idea, when it comes to the beginning of this week, when it comes to this stage of your life. And this is why you're just suddenly and randomly remembering this idea after all that, in the middle of all this, you know, suddenly randomly remember this idea after you get this wise advice. Now suddenly you remember this idea which you kind of didn't do anything about because in the past, because the time wasn't right. You had a, you know, negativity going on, and you were refusing to let something go, and then that caused this fear of change, and now you are just suddenly going to realize, well, oh my god, it all makes sense. That's why I just remember this idea, because I'm having a variety of options Oh my God, variety of options right now connected to that particular idea. So what you need to understand, this is going to be so important, not only because now the time is right, not only because you're going to have a variety of options when it comes to that idea, but you are really going to fully embrace what you need to embrace. You're going to fully embrace your emotions, and on top of all, because you will do what you want to do, you will do what you wanted to do for a while now, but you couldn't. So this is a very, very important path for you. It's not only about embracing emotions and doing what you feel so passionate about, but it's also about you catching up with life, baby. You exploring, you at the same time exploring, at the same time this is going to lead you on the path of self-discovery. But right now, this is also going to bring you financial stability as well. This is also going to bring you financial stability, my gorgeous Aquamarini, as well, because this is all going to lead towards you kind of also realizing you need to come up with a plan, but then again at the same time you're choosing to move forward with your life as well. You've never ever left your comfort zone, my gorgeous Aquamarini. How you're going to leave it right now? And the reason why am I saying that you've never left your comfort zone like this before, it's only because you're gonna come up with the conclusion what you need to do right now, and you are gonna surprise yourself. You're gonna surprise yourself what this conclusion is all about, what this conclusion is all going to be about. But that is also going to help you to recognize this sacred essence of yourself, which has changed so much. You will realize you changed. You will realize things change, and you will know that this is the beginning of a beautiful change in your life. So this is why this is going to be so significant indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini, sorry, sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, 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 I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, 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 I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, 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 sorry. Listen, my gorgeous Aquamarini, let me tell you, listen to Big Mama, listen to Big Mama. Now listen, at around the midweek, my gorgeous Aquamarini, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, not only you're gonna have this big achievement when it comes to the midweek, not only you're going to have this big achievement when it comes to the midweek, okay, this is actually going to be quite surprising achievement, okay, because you are going to realize that you are kind of getting to some kind of expert level, expert level when it comes to something really specific. And that is really going to kind of open your eyes. And at the same time, you're going to realize like a boundless potential. This is absolutely crazy. This week is crazy. Just remember the variety of options connected to an idea at the beginning of this week that you've had from before. And now you get to the midweek. This is how quick and how fast things are actually going to start moving on for you after this moment in time. It's crazy. So not only surprising achievement at around the midweek, but you will realize that you are reaching some kind of expert level when it comes to something really specific. And when it comes to that expert level, you will know that it's a lot to do. You will know that it's like that it's bringing like a boundless potential into your life, but it's also connected to fresh start, which you're gonna absolutely love it. But you need to understand that you need to act now. You need to act now because you are gonna feel a little bit of challenge. You're gonna feel a little bit of challenge, and I don't want this to affect you in any way, shape or form. I don't want this to affect your courageous energy. I don't want this challenge to like put you in this annoying mode of over-analyzing, because this when we over-analyze something can be very, very dangerous, sometimes, because it's like we don't believe to our own spirit. So very often we have to go with the first first blow, you know, with the first, I don't think that's the right word, but we have to go with the first, like a feeling, you know, when it comes to our intuition, the first feeling, we have to go with an initial feeling, you know, rather than over-analyzing and over-analyzing. But this is what I want you to remember. As soon as you become aware of this boundless potential, okay, there is going to be this little challenge that you are going to become aware of. The only reason why you're going to find this challenging is because you're going to feel like you're not ready, or you're not prepared for something, and you're also gonna feel like there is maybe like a weak foundation, some kind of weak foundation, and like you're not ready. But you have to ignore this. You have to ignore this. This is something that you need to do with a leap of faith, okay? Listen to me very carefully. This is something which you're gonna have to do, which you're gonna need to do with a leap of faith. And that means that means that you're going to have to act now. You're going to need to do something about it immediately. When it comes to this boundless potential, what you're going to realize, you need to do something about it immediately. When I say you need to do something about it immediately, it means that you will be in this very powerful spiritual flow where you are at the same time going to be unrestricted. And that is going to lead towards things accelerating and developing really fast after this moment in time, because you are going with this like kind of artistic. You are going with this. You are going with this powerful flow, my gorgeous aquamarine. And later on, you know, you will realize, like about a couple of hours later or so after this moment in time, or maybe even one day later after this moment in time, you know, you are gonna be so creative, and you're gonna be constantly thinking about this boundless potential. This is gonna be on your mind like all the time. This is gonna be on your mind like all the time, my gorgeous aquamarine. And you're also gonna realize how happy you are, how excited you are, and somebody who's so close to you, somebody who knows you really well, and somebody who you love, family member or friend, is going to come to you and tell you, you look so different, you sound so different, you look so happy, you look so bright, you know, my God, you look so good, your energy is completely different, I like it, you know, and completely different in a good way, not that your energy is awful or something, do you know what I mean? But this is because this is going to be on your mind a lot, this boundless potential, because now there is so much more to it, to this boundless potential, because like a little bit later after that, after you're told this, that you know, you look different, you sound different, you're shining really bright, you know, this is because you're going to be thinking about this persistently. This is going to be the part, very much so an important part of your inner world. So you're going to be very happy. So this is exactly what are you going to be projecting on your outer world, you know, on the people outside. This is exactly what you're going to be projecting out of yourself, which is brilliant. And it's happening because of this boundless potential. And you're going to feel very creative. And now you're going to be in this creative and even artistic flow. This is where I got the word artistic, you know. I was looking at the Page of Cups here. I was looking at the Page of Cups, and it just came to me, creative and artistic flow, when I was thinking about, like, you know, what you need to act about now. But anyway, so you are going to feel very creative. You're going to even feel really artistic. And there is, when I say that you're going to feel really creative, it's going to come to you in terms of energy. And you're going to realize that you're doing something you haven't done in ages, and something that you hate doing. And you will be doing that and singing. You will be doing that and singing. You're going to be really happy, and you will know that, my God, there is some momentum happening within. And on top of all that, you are going to get, and you are going to have this psychic and intuitive message. This psychic and intuitive message is really going to help you, my gorgeous aquamarine, to be more positive about something that is still going to be kind of bothering you. you know, this psychic and intuitive message, it's going to be about something really specific that will be bothering you, at around that particular time, and it's still connected to that situation from before. When it comes to those little bastards in your life that you had to deal with, there is still something that you're going to be thinking about and maybe worrying about a little bit. But then again, when you have this creative and artistic flow, when you get this intuitive message, somehow you are going to be able to let go this negativity. You're going to be able to kind of let go this negativity, and because this negativity, it's making you kind of insecure right now. So this is why this is going to be so important, because you're going to become you're not going to be insecure anymore, and at the same time you will be able to let go of this kind of negative and quite damaging thinking right now. So this is why this is indeed going to be so important, my gorgeous Aquamarini, okay? And also, when it comes to the midweek, and also, my gorgeous Aquamarini, when it comes to the midweek, you know, there is a one specific thing that I want to say to you. You need to really 100% pay attention to what you put inside your mouth. You know, you really need to pay attention to what you eat as much as you can, and make sure that you are eating very, very healthy. Make sure that you eat as much goodness as you possibly can. I'm sorry I have to say this to you. I know it's like, oh my God, he's telling me what to eat, but it's just so important, because a lot is going to be happening. And if you kind of eat bad food, and things like that, if you maybe take lots of sugar, and if you're eating things consciously you know you shouldn't be eating, it's just unnecessarily going to create a little blockage within, okay, which is going to affect your stomach and your digestion quite a lot, because the way the energies are and what is going to be on your mind, a lot is going to be happening. This does take a lot out of people in terms of our physical body, but in terms of our spirituality. But that means that we have to really take an extra care when it comes to making sure that we eat as healthy as possible, especially when it comes to this particular week. So just pay attention to things that are extremely rich in vitamins, minerals, and the actual nutrition in general. And I know I said it millions of times, and you're probably so bored when I talk about it, but it's organic moringa powder. At least keep on taking organic moringa powder, please, because it's one of the most powerful supplements you can possibly get on this earth. Seriously, one of the most powerful supplements you can get. And you only, like, at least 3 times a week, I would take it in a little bit of water, just a third of the spoon of moringa powder in a little bit of water, and drink it. It's not only about this mind-blowing nutrition, but it's also going to be so good for you in terms of your spirituality. It's going to be brilliant for you when it comes to that particular balance, but also it's going to help you to detoxify your body as well. And this is important, because there is a lot that is going to come out once you detoxify your body. I mean, it's going to be, the water is going to be black. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, but no, honestly, it's like you just have to detoxify. It's going to help you to detoxify as well. And we can all do with that right now. We have to be very careful what we put in our mouth, what we eat, because sadly, everything is full of something that we shouldn't be taking or shouldn't be eating. Do you know what I mean? So you have to be smart, and you are. So now, my gorgeous Aquamarini, the next important date is date. I'm just like, sorry, Sasha, come down, darling. I just went on monthly readings. Yeah, I'm just on my head. I'm like, probably, I just swapped onto my monthly readings. So the next important date, oh my God. Now, the last part of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini, listen, this is important also. This week is going to be so complex. My God. The last part of this week, you must not lose your confidence. You must not lose your confidence, because you are going to become aware of, like, no recognition with something. It's to do with no recognition of something, or someone may give you like a bad review or something. I know it's random, but it's something it's going to make you to lose confidence a little bit at around the end of the week. So it's either no recognition, or it's either, either like a no recognition when it comes to something really specific. You must not allow this to block you and put you off. Or it's going to be like kind of negative review about something. But you must not allow this to put you off. You need to use this as a golden opportunity to understand and to open your eyes towards what exactly you need to pay attention to what exactly needs more attention, care, and energy at this stage of your life. Take this as a God's gift. Take this as a blessing. At least you have me to tell you that you have to see this in this particular light. So easily, plop, people can snap so easily, seriously, and lose confidence. And then everything goes down. One thing goes into another. And we close ourselves into something. It's just almost impossible to come out of. Okay? Because it's to do with an aspect of your life that if you didn't care about it, you wouldn't be affected like this. So when that happens at the end of this week, don't be sorry, When that happens, don't lose confidence. When it's no recognition or some kind of negative review. It doesn't matter. This is just, use this as a blessing. This is a blessing. What you should be, what needs more attention and care in your life. And it's important because, at the same time, you are going to become aware of some kind of emotional bully, somebody who is manipulating, somebody who is insensitive, and that like kind of couldn't have happened at the worst times, because you're already going to feel like a little bit emotional here. And then you're going to realize that this emotional bully, somebody who is manipulating you, it also has been causing you to feel and be spiritually stuck. So you need to kind of pay attention to who this bastard is, because you need to protect your energy from this person. Somebody who's like emotional, manipulative, insensitive, and like some kind of a bully, and that person may also blame you for something as well. That person may blame you for something as well. So, it couldn't have happened at the worst time. None of this is gonna, sorry my lovey, none of this is gonna be your fault, my gorgeous aquamarini whatsoever, but it's just more about the sign that you need to so on one hand you will know what needs more attention and care, and that's gonna be absolutely fine, okay, but then on another hand, this person is gonna blame you for somebody completely insensitive, but then what are you gonna need to do here is just protect your energy around this person. Protect your energy around this person. So the kind of less time you spend with this person, the better it's gonna be for you. I don't even know how to differently to put this, because it's somebody who has been like kind of affecting you to feel spiritually stuck, and that's not really good. That's not really good whatsoever. Okay, so, and also only like about a couple of days after that moment in time, you are really going to become aware of this information. You're going to become aware of an important information in like about a couple of days time, and when it comes to that important information, you will know this is going to give you so much hope and optimism. It's going to spiritually, emotionally, it's going to spiritually and emotionally restore you and heal you as well. And which information you are going to have, it's going to make you aware of exactly when it comes to you knowing that something needs more attention and care. Somehow through this information, you're going to feel so delighted, so happy, because you will see this as such a brilliant challenge, such a fantastic challenge. It was almost like made you to lose confidence, and now you're not going to be able to throw yourself into it as soon as you can. Why? Because this in itself is going to probably bring one of the biggest progress into your life. Things are going to unfold so quick and so fast past after this moment in time. And this in itself is going to bring an element where you're going to start looking forward to things ahead that you were so worrying about. And most importantly, you are going to fully commit yourself to the specific plan. And once you commit yourself to this plan, something like this is never going to happen again. Okay, my gorgeous Aquamarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.